Hi guys! So today is T-shirt Tuesday! Yay! For T-shirt Tuesday, I'm going to be cutting up some old shirts. I have 3 shirts here. I don't know if I'm going to cut all of them, and I'm just going to do some fun stuff. And this is another one kind of video where I'm just doing a craft, and you could do it with me or you could just watch me do it, whatever you want. Let's go. The only thing you're gonna need to do this is some old t-shirts that you either don't care about or that don't fit you very well, that you wish fit you better, and a pair of good scissors. This is the first shirt I'm gonna cut up. So the first thing that I'm gonna do for this design is cut off the neck and just widen the neck a little bit. To do that, take your scissors. So I start about 1 inch out off the side and then kind of cut around it. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is cut off the sleeves. I like to also kind of just go 1 inch past the seam of the sleeve and then cut around and just kind of echo the line of the sleeve. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side, and if you really want to match up the sleeves exactly, you can take your old sleeve and line it up here and then cut in a little bit to mark off your starting and ending point so that everything matches up. Now that you have the sleeves and neck cut out a little bit, you can start to make the ties on the side. So the reason I'm doing ties on the side of this shirt specifically is that it's a little too wide, so I thought that the ties would kind of cinch it in a little without me having to actually sew it up. So I'm gonna cut good like 1.5 to 2 inches in for my slits. If you don't want to take it in as much, cut shorter slits, or if you want to take it in more, cut longer slits. So just starting at the bottom, cut in, and then cut all the way up to the armpit. And then, so once you finish the flaps on one side, just flip the t-shirt around and do the exact same thing on the other side. Now I turn the shirt to face me, and I'm going to go up and down both sides and just start in the bottom flap and just take it, kind of measure it out so that it's tight, so that I'm right in the middle, and then cut it right across. I'm just cutting it in half, one on the front, one on the back. And then I'm going to do that all up this side and also all up this side. Alright, so now I have the flaps cut on both sides, and it's time to start tying. I'm putting the shirt on so that I can actually fit it to how big I actually am. Take the flaps, you might need to tug them out a little bit so that you can tie them, tie a double knot. I like to leave the little ends poking out because I think it's just a nice look, but you can tuck them in if you want, or just tie them and then cut them off. And then you keep doing that down the entire side of your shirt. I'm just going to leave the bottom one untied so that if I want to cut the hem of the shirt to make it shorter, I can do that once I've tied everything, tied the other side. Alright, so now the sides are both completely cut and tied. The last thing that I need to do is finish up trimming, and then we're all done. The only trimming I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut off the hem because I was thinking of maybe knotting the bottom too, but with the seam it's too thick. So I'm gonna cut that off right now. And cutting that is really easy. If you can see, I'm just gonna start right at the seam and then cut in. So I'm just cutting straight across the seam. You can also rip it, but I find I don't really like ripping t-shirts. I just like cutting them. But if you find that ripping really works for you, go for it. Now I'm just gonna flip the shirt over and cut the other hem off in the exact same way. So starting right at above the seam and cutting straight across. And then to finish off the bottom trimming, I'm just gonna tie the last 2 ties on either side. And now another thing that I just want to fix a little bit is the neckline, because I actually did kind of cut it wider than I like, and I find that super wide necks don't look that good on me. So I'm actually just, to fix it, I'm going to make a little V right here. To cut the V, it's super easy. You just pick a spot right in the middle of the shirt, and then you just cut 2 lines in from the neckline wherever it is. You can do it with a narrower neckline or an even wider neckline. And even though it'll make it a little wider, it'll also just give it some shape instead of just being kind of blobby. And that's the end of cutting the shirt. This is what it looks like on. I think it actually came out really well. And the ties are a little long, but I think they actually look kind of nice puffing out like that. I was gonna maybe do some other shirt cutting, but I don't want this video to get super long, and this actually took a little longer than I expected, so I'm gonna stop for today, but maybe next week or in another video I can show you how to cut some more shirts. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!